Hi, I'm Father Damien, Parish Priest of Our Lady of the Holy Souls in Kensal Newtown. Just want to talk to you about a conference I went to with Kaiser Chion. 2 weeks ago, Kaiser is the administrator here, but he was coming as a lay person in that capacity. It was a conference called by Divine Renovation, and Divine Renovation are a ministry that wants to help inspire and equip parishes to move to become more missionary. And this was in mid-June for a couple of days, Wednesday to Friday. And it's seeking to help parishes maintain the mission of the church. And the main mission of the church, as you know, comes from Jesus' Great Commission in Matthew 28:19, where he said, "Go, make disciples of all nations." It was the last thing he said to them. This was the Great Commission, capital G, capital C. And the argument from the conference, Divine Renovation, is that the church in the West has kind of forgotten this calling, this Great Commission, this identity to go out and make disciples. Because there are many non-Catholic churches where the first thing they do is they form people to share their story of Jesus and equip them to make disciples. And Catholic churches, we don't generally do that. We don't yet generally use the C word, Christ. And the church often can neglect that Great Commission, that calling. And Pope Francis in Evangelii Gaudium said that it can seem like the church can often seek self-preservation of less relevant and less important traditions over the Great Commission. I think you probably know what I mean by that. And Pope Francis kind of says, what would it look like? His dream is what would it look like if the church suitably channels everything that we do for the evangelization of today's world. That's, to talk about the good news of Jesus rather than the self-preservation of, these less important traditions. And I suppose this was the theme of the conference. Like, how do we do this as parishes? To focus everything we do on evangelization and making disciples. So we heard inspiring stories of how the churches in the UK and around the world are, waking up to the very sad reality of the decline of Christianity in the West. That's fine. We don't need to lose hope completely, but we need to acknowledge reality. And they also shared stories of how the Lord is bringing renewal in all parts of the world, in parishes, and in the UK itself. We heard amazing stories. And the one thing that really struck me was the pioneer of Alpha, Nicky Gumbel, said that Easter 2033, seems a long way away, but it's not, is the 2000th anniversary of Jesus' resurrection. And the vision that really energized me came from the conference is the glorious ambition that he has, and the Catholic Church in the Vatican is actually promoting this as well, is working. One of the things is using Bible translations and apps in 99% of the world's languages, but it's working all its efforts so that the whole world can at least hear the good news about Jesus and about our relationship with him by then. And I'm inspired by this, because if the church was forced to do only one thing and to say only one thing, it should be the word and the person Jesus, and to make him known to everyone, because everyone is poor until they meet Jesus. So this is an encouragement that I partner with Divine Renovation and receive a lot of inspiration working with them. And I invite you just to join into the life of the parish here, because I want to join in this mission. I'd love for you to join in with me as well to help make Jesus known. Amen.